Hey, what's going on there, guys? Today I'm going to be making this video covering my thoughts on why ADP should be banned, and how we're in a really unique situation right now with TPCI not running events, and how we can take advantage of that to not only speak with our actions, but also make a lot more fun and interesting format by banning ADP. So quickly, let's get into my reasons for banning ADP. And I guess not quickly, let's get into it. Why I want ADP banned. In my 10 years playing this game, I have never seen a single card kind of warp the format and meta around it so much the way ADP does, in increasing, having every other deck around it having to increase its pace of play to be able to keep up with ADP. That's one of the things your deck has to be able to do, and also gatekeep so many decks. Now, up to this point, on Twitter, where most of the discussion I've been having about banning ADP has been going on, I had yet to mention one prizer decks. Actually, it's been one of the key discussion points about banning ADP that people have brought up. Me personally, I actually haven't even said one prizer decks, I don't think, at all on any of my tweets, because it does so much more than gatekeep one prizer decks. The way that it forces other decks to play at its pace of play. Two prizer decks in general, there's a ton of two prizer decks that just don't even have a chance to keep up with ADP. You just can't do it. The decks just can't function to do enough damage turn to turn to draw prize cards fast enough to beat ADP ever. So it's way more so than just ADP gatekeeping one prize decks. It stops a lot of two prize decks from being viable, or even having a chance. Who knows if they would actually be good? And it forces all the other decks that, you know, have the ability to compete with it to all play at this warped pace of play to be able to keep up with ADP. ADP is such a strong and powerful deck, and because it is so popular, because it is so strong and powerful, it's a deck that if you want to compete in these tournaments, you have to be able to beat. So that's why I want ADP banned. It gatekeeps a lot of decks. It forces the pace of play to be played at such a warped, aggressive, high rate of play that is just like unfun, especially unfun to play against. So it just creates kind of a more unhealthy standard format. And if we ban it, we wouldn't have it in the format anymore, and the format would be a healthier standard format. So I want to see ADP banned for those reasons. It just creates an unhealthy, unfun standard format. Format would be better off with ADP banned, 100%. Also, it gatekeeps a lot of decks. All right, let's go to the reasons. And the only reasons that people have come at me with why ADP shouldn't be banned is get good, you're a crybaby. It won't change anything. Well, we won't know unless we try, will we? And then it hasn't been done in the past. It's not an official ban, so I don't want to see it happen. Well, those are all terrible reasons, and nothing really, like, no one has come to me with a good reason why ADP shouldn't be banned. Most of those are terrible. TPCI doesn't run events right now, so who knows? If TPCI was running events, maybe they would ban ADP, and then no one would care, right? If TPCI banned ADP, even some of the people who said ADP shouldn't be banned would be like, well, I knew it was broken the whole time, but I didn't want to see it banned unless it was done officially, right? So TPCI could come out 10 minutes after this video and ban ADP, and then no one would gripe about it. Just be like, whoa, the official TPCI banned ADP, so what can we do about it, right? TPCI doesn't run events right now, so who knows how much TPCI actually cares. Maybe there's even people who are, you know, go through the process of banning cards who have looked at them and be like, hey, ADP is kind of broken right now, but we're not running events, so who really cares? You know, and they go back to doing whatever else they were doing. So maybe if TPCI was running events, maybe ADP would be banned, but they're not running events right now, so I doubt they care very much. There is talks of a Players Cup 2 happening, but there's nothing official on it yet, so who actually knows? The people that are running events right now have a very unique opportunity. The Hegsters, the Pokéxes, the Atlases, of the Pokemon community right now have a very unique opportunity to not only speak with their actions, and maybe TPCI takes a little bit more notice, but also just to immediately just create a more fun, interactive, enjoyable standard format by banning ADP. If the Hegsters, the Atlases, the Pokéxes just came together and were like, it's not a fun card to play against, it's not a fun card to have in the format, to warp the format, it gatekeeps decks. What if we just came together and banned it? Made a better, more enjoyable standard format for the game that we all play and love. Why not? I don't see why not. I don't see why ADP shouldn't just be banned. I would love it if those tournament organizers, or all the big tournament organizers right now, all the tournament organizers in general, came together and banned it. One argument against this has been, well, it's not the standard format. Well, when TPCI doesn't run events, that is the standard format we play. We play in tournaments. And if the tournament's being run by these tournament organizers all come together and say ADP is banned, that is our standard format for us competitive players. Who cares what TPCI has on the PTCGO ladder? Nothing is stopping you from conceding against an ADP whenever you play against it. When you're playing a deck that shouldn't be played up against ADPs, do again, hit something else. Yeah, that is our standard format. If all the tournament organizers, the Hegsters, the PokeXs, the Atlases come together and say ADP is banned, then we end up in a situation where that is our competitive standard format, and that sounds way better to me than what we're currently playing with. I almost said a word I didn't want to say. With how bad ADP makes the format, how unfun ADP makes the format. So I think that's it. I think I said everything I want to say. That's my spiel. I would love it if someone has a reasonable argument against why ADP shouldn't be banned. If you do, put it in the comment sections below. Tweet at me, DM me on Twitter. Any of those things. I would love to have a reasonable reason to stop and think about, wait, maybe ADP shouldn't be banned, because I have yet to see that. The get goods, the crybabies, it won't change anything, so why try? The I don't like change arguments are all terrible arguments, terrible reasons to not ban ADP, and make me think ADP should be banned that much more, because there's not actually a reasonable argument to not ban ADP. So please come at me with something. I would love it. But if not, hopefully we see ADP banned. Thanks for watching, guys.